You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Markeia McCarty and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's WWE Main Event After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE Main Event After Show.
Oh yeah, we are 4 days away from the fight of the summer. Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV. I am Tom Connolly, and this is the Main Event After Show. Sitting across from me, Markeia McCarty. How you doing, Markeia?
Hey, I'm doing great. Hey, guys.
Are you pumped? We're
yeah,
so close to
I'm
SummerSlam.
really excited for SummerSlam, if only because of Stephanie and Brian. Sure, there's other fights, but there's that one too.
Yeah, that's going to be good. That's going to be good. And sitting next to her, Scott Narver. How you doing, Scott?
Doing good. Looking forward to Slater Gator Slam.
Yeah, exactly. Are you going to bring a sign? Slater Gator Slam?
Slater Gator Slam.
Sign. Why not just paint all of us with letters on our chest and just we all
I will be sitting somewhere else besides you.
embarrassed, huh?
Yeah. That's a lot of us. I think it'll work, though.
I think it would.
We'll just convince some other people that are sitting in the row to do it with us.
Paint yourself.
Or lose your seat. But yeah, so we're 4 days away. Big SummerSlam, big main event this year. And last year was a really big main event, but this year, I don't know, is it topping last year's? What do you guys think of? Last year was Daniel Bryan versus John Cena, the main event.
Yeah, I think
where
it's bigger
Daniel
now.
Bryan won.
We're down to a title, so I think the stakes are higher.
Yeah, that does work. Yeah, it does make it a lot. Yeah, I don't know. It's very. We'll get to our predictions in a little bit, but it's very. It seems very predictable, but unpredictable at the same time. At least I think a lot of the matches, which I think is good. That's what I want it to be. I don't want to go into pay-per-view knowing, oh, that guy's gonna win, that guy's gonna win, that guy's gonna win, and then it happens. I want to see something that is unexpected. So, but for main event tonight, we start off with the Usos. They have an open challenge to anybody, and at first they say, we asked for this challenge, not the Authority telling us that we had to have this challenge.
That was weird.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
Yeah.
Nobody was telling us that at all.
They're Uso crazy.
I guess
so they're gonna ask for a challenge.
Yeah. And they say, they want to be one of the best tag teams in WWE history, like the Hart Foundation, Road Warriors, Edge and Christian, New Age Outlaws. And they say, you must be
Quebecers.
Yeah, huh? Yeah.
Huh?
What about the Smoking Guns?
Yeah, the fabulous Rougeau brothers.
I can't think of anybody else right now. I don't know why.
Bushwhackers.
Yeah, there you go.
The
Bushwhackers.
Orient
Bushwhackers.
Express.
Yes.
Money Inc.
There we go.
Half of your boy.
That's a good one.
The Hardy Boys. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
That's
A lot of tag teams. But they, I can't believe that there was a $9.99 chant that started in the crowd.
I'm not for this. This is such an unfun thing to chant.
Yes.
Well, I love sarcasm from people, so that's hilarious.
But I don't know if it was sarcasm. I don't know what that was.
It really isn't.
No, I think that was snarkiness. I think it was. Be like, say it, $9.99.
It's been happening for a couple of weeks now. Like they're doing it with Hogan. Like it keeps happening, and it's not. I really do not believe it is sarcasm.
I think genuine. It has to be.
To me, I'm already paying for the network. I'm a lifelong fan. You're gonna get my money, but I don't need you shoving it down my throat of how much it is, and you should go get this. Like, I already have it. I'm already signed up. Like, I understand you're trying to reach these other people, but I don't know. To me, it's a weird marketing thing of like just too much is too much to me. Of like like let's just be subtle with it. If they did this when it first came out, it probably would have been fun. I would have been like, whatever. They're just trying to really push this network. But now it's like, okay, the 6 months is up at the end of after SummerSlam Or I think is it? Yeah, I think it's after SummerSlam or Night of Champions.
Something like that.
So yeah, so I think they're just they're trying to make the big push because they want everyone who already signed up for the first 6 months to re-sign up again for another 6 months. So that's what they're trying to push. But I don't know. I'm kind of it annoys me as a fan.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that all the time.
Well, the price is right anyway. Each pay-per-view is like, what, $60?
Yeah.
So you just spend $60 over 6 months. That way it only costs $9.99.
We'll get a chant going by the end of the show.
Oh.
I'll turn back around on this thing. But yeah, so they, Ryback comes out to answer the challenge. And then, they say, oh, you're Uso crazy. And these belts would look great on us.
Yeah, and then Axel got on the mic
Yeah.
and everything. I think that's... I haven't heard him on the mic in a while, or maybe not ever.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
And I liked he said the whole, good for you, almost like Christian Bale.
Good for you guys.
And then unexpectedly, Rob Van Dam comes out by himself. And he's just like, what's up, guys? Oh, I'm just, I just wanted to come down to the ring and hang out. And I saw you guys talking, so I just wanted to have a conversation with you guys. And Ryback had the best line of the night. He was like, you big dummy, and you singlet stealing moron.
I love the singlet wars that are only on Main Event.
Yep.
That was
Only
very
exists there.
fun.
Yeah, so then, RVD says he does have a partner, and out comes, to me, one of the most unlikely partners. I was racking my brain. Who's going to come out? I'm thinking, maybe a Kofi. Not that I wanted it to be, but somebody high-flying that, suits RVD. Maybe like a Tyson Kidd or something like that.
Or maybe even a brawler type, to go along with him, since you've got the Ryback put a lot more muscle in the ring.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
That is what happened, though, yeah. Sheamus came out. That United States champion came out, not to defend his own belt, to try to win more.
No.
Yeah.
How's he a good guy?
One's not enough.
No, he lost his match recently against Randy Orton, who would be U.S. champion if he cared about that belt. So
Exactly.
no, he wouldn't be defending that. That's silly.
Yeah. How is he a good guy? He has a belt, and he's multiple times he tried last month to go for the Intercontinental belt. Now tonight he's going for the tag team belts. Come on, people.
Because he's salt of the earth. He's a hard worker. He's just trying to get more.
Oh, come on.
He's working hard. That's all it is.
I don't know
he's
where
got-
that salty earth comes from that he popped out of.
So then Corporate Kane comes out.
Yes.
I'm glad Corporate Kane's back.
So happy.
And he says that in 6,000 months, this match is gonna happen. On Raw, he said instead in six days. He said in 6 weeks you're gonna be fighting. And then he corrected himself. It was like 6 days instead of at SummerSlam. But he said it's gonna be a triple threat match for the tag belts later tonight. Usos versus Ryback versus RVD and Sheamus. So we got that to look forward to. What did you guys think of the opening segment?
It was a shakeup. Like, there was an unexpected surprise that when we see Rob Van Dam come out and go, what? You're not in a tag team? And then, we're trying to guess who it is. And it's a weird tag team, which I enjoy. I've made it obvious that I like the weird tag teams, and seeing that if guys do click for some reason, they can go somewhere where they kick a lot, like they have that in common with all these unique, weird kicks and stuff. So I'm all for it. If a guy doesn't have anything going on, if Rob Van Dam, if we're going like, oh, we can't win the world title, they won't treat that like it could happen, and then even we question the Intercontinental belt and stuff like that, well, then put him in the tag division. We could believe that he would win that.
Yeah.
So it's something going on with him. So it was a cool shakeup for the opening of the show.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the fact that they were doing a title match, the main event, before SummerSlam. I mean, I thought that was really good. I like that they're going to put stakes like that out there, but it also makes it kind of predictable for me, because it's like there's no way they're going to switch over a belt right before SummerSlam happens. But then there's also that, but maybe they will.
Yeah.
So that was good. I wasn't a big fan of the RVD Sheamus matchup, but that's just because for some reason I was thinking that like Big E would come out, or maybe somebody else that they have like in the back. I didn't expect it to be as high profile as Sheamus is, like having a belt already,
Yeah.
everything. I thought that was an opportunity to give somebody else a chance to pair up with RVD. So I was kind of surprised at that.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought maybe it would be somebody like a newer guy to
Or
come.
that,
Just,
yeah.
not even brand new. Just like somebody like a younger guy.
Yeah, somebody
in the
back there that, has his singlet on and he's just standing by waiting to see if, well, maybe tonight. Maybe Sheamus will trip and fall tonight.
But yeah, so we get that going into the, for the main event tonight. And then we get a Raw recap of the Cena Lesnar video. Still classic. I haven't got a chance to see the exclusive one that they put on the network yet. Did you? Any of you guys seen that?
No, I just saw that it exists today. Like it's 30 minutes.
Oh, it's 30 minutes? Wow. Okay.
Wow,
I wasn't
that's-
expecting it. I thought it was like a, little 5-10 minute like vignette thing that they did.
I
But-
hope it's just Brock Lesnar's full promo of him talking and stammering about what he's gonna do to Cena.
Well, it was
I'd be all for that.
It was very real for what it was. It's like I would not want to meet this guy in a dark alley or a very well lit police, precinct
Yeah.
with everybody has guns and I'm safe. And he's really good at being a little bit terrifying.
A little bit.
Yeah. Well, in that safe way. Do you
No,
get what I mean? Like that
no, I
safe
don't.
terrifying?
No, I don't know.
Nothing
He terrifies
feels
me.
safe at all. Yeah.
No, in the sense that I'm not going to meet him or be in that situation where he's going to beat me to a pulp. So I'm safe, but he's still terrifying.
Aren't you going to SummerSlam?
Yes,
Then
but I'm
yes,
not
you
going
are.
to.
Then yes, you are.
I'm not going to like throw popcorn at him or something.
Doesn't
and be
matter.
like,
He just
"Bring
sometimes
it."
might just. He
Bring
might
it,
turn
Lesnar.
at any moment.
Yeah.
and give you the stink eye.
He'll just come in the
It's just
crowd and
like-
just start snapping people. Doesn't matter.
He'll just snap and just start.
What are cops gonna do to
Smacking.
that guy? What's gonna happen?
Listen, those cops that were on Raw this week and from before, I just have to say one thing. Sorry, that when they arrested, this is no, I'll talk about it later. I'll talk about it later. Sorry.
You can't leave us hanging
No,
like
I
that.
will. I will talk about it later at the Brie Bella thing. I'll talk about
Well,
it.
it's Paul Heyman telling Loki, like, well, we have a Brock, you can't stop him. There's nothing to do.
Yeah, I would. When he says he's gonna leave John Cena in his, what do you say? Blood,
Urine and vomit.
and vomit. Yes.
I'm so excited to which order that's going to be in.
I'm sure urine would be first.
But,
Maybe vomit.
I mean, they're building this matchup way like. There's a lot of very high expectations I think for this match.
Yeah.
So I really hope they can live up to the hype.
Yeah, they're falling pretty heavily on the fact that he broke Undertaker's streak. So, it's really pushing to the forefront of your mind. Well, I know I, for one, did not expect for that to happen. And also, I know we're going to do predictions later. I'm not making a prediction now. But I also know Cena doesn't lose. But then Brock Lesnar beat Undertaker. So they are doing pretty heavy on that.
Yeah.
Cena loses. There's a reason he's a 15-time world champion.
I would like someone on the YouTube page or someone listening on iTunes to I wonder how many times Cena has lost the belt but lost like clean without any outside interference.
Right.
I think it's been I can think of a couple times when he lost to Dan O'Brien last year. That was a clean.
Well, that was
nobody
Daniel
interfered.
Bryan.
Yeah. But I'm trying to think of other times when he's lost the belt and it hasn't been.
I know who we lost the tag team titles to.
Who was that?
Heath Slater.
Yeah.
That's right.
Who was
And that
his
was
tag
good.
team guy?
Justin Gabriel.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
And
wish
they were
I'd,
like in a
I wish
team
I'd
together.
seen that matchup then. That would
That
have
was
been
a
fun.
long time ago. What was that, like 2009?
Doesn't
Maybe?
matter. It's timeless.
I don't know. It's a long time ago. We'd have to go back on the network and watch that.
Yeah, I
Well,
look
they've
for it there.
addressed. I love that they've addressed every single thing in their story of this match. Heyman discussed the previous match and not taking anything away from Brock and saying like as to why he lost, but he lost the match, but he won the fight. Talking about the Undertaker, talking about Cena's title reigns, like they've gone over every point. Because the wrestling purist nerds think about something and go like, oh, why don't you talk about that? They've done it.
Yeah.
Which is great that I think has helped build all of that story to it.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Yeah, they covered everything. So,
Yeah, they've tied up the loose ends.
so going into this match, it's one person's gonna come out victorious.
You can justify it either way. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's, I think people are really going to be sucked into it.
Yeah, we'll get to it in predictions later of how
Yeah.
what we think is going to go down. But so let's get to the first match of the night. We have Seth Rollins coming out to the ring, Mr. Money in the Bank, and then out comes Mr. No Nation of Domination, Kofi Kingston, by himself.
I was so sad to see him by himself. So disappointed in WWE right now.
I think it's gone. I think it's all over. They haven't been on TV together as a group in 2 weeks now.
They had Big E by himself, like on SmackDown or on Main Event,
Oh,
like
really?
last week. Yes, where he lost to Rusev with the Accolade. So it's just back to same old, same old. I would love to think that they're just like, okay, so SummerSlam's coming up. We'll shelve this for right now and then bring it back out. After SummerSlam's over, we have all these other strong storylines. But I don't think that's how it is.
Yeah, it's really it's annoying to me. What do you think, Scott?
I think Xavier Woods is too smart for these two gentlemen. He's getting his doctorate. Maybe doesn't have the time to invest in them after all.
Maybe.
Maybe that's what
they
it
have
is.
been. Well, Kofi has been there a while, and has not really, moved up the ranks. So
It sucks. It flat out sucks
it does.
because it's like what I talked about with Sheamus and RVD. That if there is nothing happening with these guys, try something, and they were, and
It worked.
And it wasn't the most captivating thing, but it wasn't terrible. It was the start of something,
Yep.
and the start of something is always more interesting than what we saw tonight for Kofi. That it's there's no chance of him winning because he doesn't have anything going on. So we know what's going to happen rather
Yep.
than if Big E came down to ringside, we go, oh, well, maybe there's a chance because Big E's with him.
Yep.
This might be the start of something. If Seth still wins, like, all right. And then they huddle and figure out something, and it's development.
Yep.
We got no development.
Yeah, like if they had Big E there, like maybe Big E gets Rollins, and then that does a DQ. Xavier comes out and be like, "What are you doing? This isn't what we talked about. Come on!"
Yep.
And then even that's enough for me.
Yep. Because even if Rollins wins by DQ or whoever, it doesn't make them look bad. It doesn't make him look bad because he's at least getting kind of beat up by them. And that was perfect what you just said there. That
like, why
could
couldn't
have
they do
worked
that?
so well.
That wouldn't have taken any time.
No, it wouldn't have. But I mean, this match was. I thought this match was pretty entertaining though for what it was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It was. I really thought Kofi was maybe gonna win this match as it was coming down towards the end. He had a lot of Rollins. Well, before they showed Ambrose jumping out of the present for Hulk Hogan.
Man-sized present.
You can't trust 6-foot presence.
No,
No.
never.
Never.
I am gonna miss that after SummerSlam once that's like worked out between the two of them.
I don't
Just
know if
like,
it's gonna be worked out
really?
ever. but-
Ambrose just popping out of place.
I saw a good meme where it was the Shockmaster. And then at the bottom it was Dean Ambrose, and it was like, finally after 15 years this gimmick finally worked or something like that. Which, Markeia, if you haven't seen the Shockmaster gimmick, there was a guy that was debuting in WCW. His name was the Shockmaster.
You might have remembered him from days of old since you watched IRS and all that. So do you remember Tugboat or Typhoon?
I remember Typhoon.
Yeah, same guy.
Yeah. So he had a Stormtrooper helmet on that they bedazzled out in like glitter and silver, right? Mm-hmm. And as he was debuting, the wall like lit on fire and just like opened up.
It was
right? And just-
pyrotechnics, and he
yeah.
was supposed to burst through the wall, but they didn't run it. Like
Oh.
they just, we'll do it on the night.
Yeah.
And
That's not a good idea.
it sure
And whoever
wasn't.
built the wall put like a board at the bottom of the
Oh, no.
thing, and so he tripped and fell, and his helmet came off.
Yeah, it's one of the great blunders in all
Yeah,
of
it's so
wrestling.
good. It's so funny. It's really so funny. I could sit there and watch it for just going back because he falls over and then he tries to put the helmet back on,
Yeah.
and it's just like it's
Everybody
already
already
it's too late. It's too late.
And the guys are laughing. Like it's tremendous.
Yeah, so it's really good. But yeah, but Ambrose, executed it perfectly. Attacked Rollins out of the present. I'm sure Hogan was mad that wasn't one of his presents for the night, but be like,
Yeah.
oh, what? Is he like his personal assistant now or something like that? I don't know.
It's like, I thought that was a statue of myself.
Yeah.
It's just Ambrose.
So Rollins takes control of the match. Kofi hits a cool springboard dropkick off the ropes. Rollins gets sent to the outside. Kofi with a flip onto him on the outside. Very impressive. Rollins ends up, Kofi gets back in the ring, and Rollins grabs him, like, off the apron and does, like, a cool, like, kind of like, not like a backdrop or something, just, you know, throwing him onto the barricade. And then Kofi ends up getting control back. He misses the Trouble in Paradise. Hits a crossbody for 2 off the top rope. And then Rollins has him in that powerbomb where he goes to run and throw him. Kofi ends up reversing that into like a Hurricanrana. Rollins goes into the turnbuckle. Kofi then hits the SOS for 2. Rollins then hits I thought he was going for a sunset flip. Jumps over Kofi, but is able to, you know, hold on to him, land on his feet, and then finally pick Kofi up, hit the powerbomb in the corner, then hit the curb stomp for the win. So Rollins, you know, looking strong going into SummerSlam against Ambrose. You know, I guess he's got to get the win to look strong.
Yeah, it couldn't have just been a really great match between 2 athletes, and Kofi gets a win while Rollins goes into SummerSlam.
But no. What do you guys think, though?
I enjoyed it. I mean, Kofi's no Heath Slater, so that's why he can't beat Seth Rollins, obviously. But lack of development on Kofi's side, like, I'm not taking anything away from that from the match, because these guys are in their prime right now. They can do all these crazy acrobatics. They can go all over the place, and they did tell a story, which I thought there were sometimes I'm like, is Kofi going to win this?
Yeah.
So that's great. That's incredibly difficult to do when it looks so cookie cutter. And I really dug it. So I give it 11 soiled cowboy hats.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because of the Money in the Bank. Got it.
Maybe.
I wish I could be as objective with it. I was extremely disappointed about that they've just stopped the Kofi development. He's been around for so long, and they even remarked upon it about like Kofi's like has a decade in the ring or something.
He's like a
those
10-time
lines.
champion of, you know, the U.S. at tag team and Intercontinental.
And it's like, what is he now? What are they doing with this? He's cannon fodder. He's turned back into that, and I'm so disappointed. But the actual match itself was extremely strong. This was a great bout between 2 athletes that they worked really well together. It was exciting, you know, and I definitely loved one of the times that stands out is when Rollins, pushed or did something to Kofi to where he just went face first into the bottom turnbuckle.
Oh yeah, he like
and then he was
him
just
slammed him down.
was just ragged all down. I was like, okay, that's the end. He drags him out, and no 2 count. Oh, okay, he's back in. So I did like how there were instances where it's like, wait, Kofi might win this. But I did enjoy both of them. I thought it was an excellent match for what it was, even though I already knew who would win, and I don't like knowing who would win already. But it was very strong. I gave it a 3.5.
Gotcha. Yeah, I gave it a 3.75. I thought it was a really good match. Competitive, back and forth. They got a lot of good moves in. I thought a lot of different moves that we haven't. I mean, most of the stuff we've seen from both of them, but I thought that, you know, that flip to the outside from Kofi he doesn't really do that much. So that was, you know, to me that's impressive enough to do, because there's no way I could ever do that. I'd be like, there's no way I'm running and jumping over the top rope, flipping in the air, and landing on top of you. And I think he like landed on his feet too, Kofi, when he did it. So, you know.
That's why you could never be Sheamus's tag team partner.
I guess not. No, that's fine. I'm okay with that. So I gave it 3.75. So then the next segment, our favorite, Go Behind with Renee Young with Sheamus and RVD. She says to RVD, why Sheamus? RVD says, you know, he wants to win gold, and that Sheamus actually approached him about this. And Sheamus said, you know, RVD is laid back, and I like to fight. And after we win, we're going to go have some shepherd's pie.
Well, that they go together like a pint and shepherd's pie.
Oh, is that what he said? Oh.
Yeah.
And they want to win gold. Well, they should go after gold, because
Yeah.
those titles are bronze.
Yeah. Well, you know, he should just fight for, you know, Sheamus's belt if he wants gold so much. You know
there's
what I mean?
a little strip of gold on that red, white, and blue title on that one.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of funny at the end of the interview where he's just like, and see you later, buddy. And then he just walks off and leaves RVD with Renee, and She's like looking at him. He's looking at her, and he like looks away. It's
RVD is
that's the
like,
end.
I feel like every time he does an interview, he's always has that awkward ending of like, should I leave? I guess I'll just stay. And then just looks at it, like every time he's on Raw or something, he's just like,
I just
okay.
yeah, I wanted something fun to happen. Like Renee just like looks at him and then kind of hits him in the head with the mic. Just like boop.
That would have been funny if she did that. Would have been very interesting.
Why
Yeah.
not?
So then we get to the Raw recap of the whole Stephanie Brie Bella saga. Stephanie's face from Raw when Brie put her in the yes lock. I was like, she is such a McMahon, because that's exactly what Vince would have done. You know, with like, like her tongue's hanging out of her mouth. And then there was the update that Brie was released from jail early in the morning because, you know, I guess, what was her name? Megan, the trainer lady?
Oh.
Megan something, I think her name was.
Megan Mullally.
Yeah, something like that.
Megan Miller.
Megan Miller, that was right. Yeah, yeah, so...
Who bailed out Brie?
Was it?
I don't
was
know.
It her? Oh,
No, we don't
I
know
thought-
who bailed her out, but...
Well, wouldn't it be her husband?
Oh, he
Wouldn't
wasn't
her
there.
husband
Why wasn't he
go
there? He
and
shouldn't have
bail
been there.
her out?
Maybe he was hanging out with Megan Miller.
Oh my! Stop! Don't you stop? They have a strong relationship. They have to.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan and Megan Miller do.
Yeah, exactly. You know, he's been rehabbing for how many months now?
You know who wouldn't do that? Batista.
Oh man!
I don't know about that.
Yeah, wouldn't do that.
Just
But who
quick
knows?
little side tracks as he said Batista and Guardians of the Galaxy. Am I right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
It was
and you
good.
love Batista.
I
in
did
that?
see it.
The
He was
comedic
really good.
timing on that guy.
Mhm.
It's like I loved it. That's it. That's it.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. But
Go see it. It was-
oh,
it
if
was
you haven't
worth
seen
it.
it, see
Worth to
it.
go
It
see
is
it.
so
Champion
worth
of
it.
the box office.
Who needs a WWE belt anymore? When he made how much money did that movie make? $100 and some million.
I know it's still making money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had the strongest first 10 days of the year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really good though. Really good movie. Go see it. I, as much as I, was a Bautista guy, I did like him in the movie. I thought he was good. I was pleasantly surprised by his performance in the movie. But so yeah, they showed basically the whole recap of Stephanie getting arrested, now Brie getting arrested, and apparently Daniel Bryan's cheating on her. I don't know if I don't like that
not
part.
true.
I,
That's not true.
I think it would have been. I don't know what they could have done, but I think it's just like
He's Daniel Bryan. He
I
doesn't
know.
cheat.
Mhm. And he's already like, I don't know. To me, it's like you're already, he's already hurt. He's already out for, who knows how long. Like, why do you have to make, soil his good name
Yeah.
in all this? But also, like, he hasn't been there. Like, it'd be different if he was there, through this whole thing, like, in her corner, as Triple H has been in Stephanie's corner. So I'm hoping on Sunday we see Daniel Bryan,
Well,
come out with her.
If he can,
You might be too busy with Megan.
rehabilitating.
Oh, wait,
himself.
what time is your match? Oh, sorry, I can't make it. Gotta rehab.
Sorry.
But yeah, so I don't know. I'm excited for this match. I know Markeia is.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. This is gonna be great, and we're gonna see it live. Guys, this is like I said. This is my first pay-per-view live. I mean, obviously I've seen them with the network, but live.
Yeah, it's
Be
so much fun.
fantastic.
So much fun being there live. But yeah, are you excited for this
Yeah.
Stephanie Brie match?
Yeah, more excited than I thought I would be.
Me too.
They did a really good job up to a certain point. I was like, all right, that's gonna be kind of cool. And then they went beyond that. They really made it mean a lot more than I thought they would. And I thought they'd done a great job because I don't think the story has been fully paid off of. They're dragging Daniel Bryan's name through the mud, and right now it's awkward and weird. But I think there's an eventual payoff to all this with Bryan getting involved, and then Triple H is in there, and just more stuff that will continue to go. They've been having a game plan with a lot of these storylines, as much as they may drop the ball with Nation 2.0. But there's other things they've done a lot of great follow through on.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot more to this, and this may not be just a one-off.
Yeah, it seems like they've been at least planning a lot more for things, or at least long-term planning of this is what we're going to do with this. Because, I mean, they set this up back at Payback, which was 2 months ago. So, that's a long, like, I can't think of, like, other times when they've really set something up that long ago to make it pay off later down the road.
I think it all started for the build-up of WrestleMania 28. Like, it was the night after WrestleMania 27 of a year from now. This is our marquee WrestleMania match of The Rock and John Cena.
Yeah.
And I think from that point, they've been doing that more and seeing the positive results of that. So it's been great.
Yeah.
It's a much better way than to do it a hot shot like on the week of and trying to do something.
What do you
long
mean? You don't
game.
like it
It's
like the
good.
night before or the day of just saying, the hour before? Oh, wait, you two go do something out in the ring.
The Russo Ferrara era can come to an end. That's all right. Shock television.
Yeah, it was. You need a plan. It's we're watching a television show. All television shows, they take how many times? How long to break one episode?
Yeah.
And then or a whole season.
Yeah, a
let's-
storyline is a lot more satisfying.
Yes.
I mean, you want to feel with the characters, you want to go on the journey with them, and just having something crop up week of, then no.
Yeah.
You don't have anything invested except for what that wrestler already has built up behind themselves by themselves.
I agree.
We the people.
Exactly. So let's get to the main event. Tag team titles on the line. Usos, Ryback, RVD, and Sheamus. Did we think of a name for them? I don't think they even thought of a name for themselves. At least, Slater comes out and says, Slater Gator. The first thing he said, he already had a name for his team. RVD and Sheamus can't even come up with a name. And they had an hour to come up with a name.
Shaved?
Potatoes. Because that's how they work in the ring.
So okay, let's get to the match. I'm like, I don't know what to say to that.
It's well known. Very stiff.
I know. Well, did you see Sheamus' arm on Raw?
Yeah.
He had a bruise from.
Yeah, it was big and
Yeah,
yellow.
That guy bruises like so fast, and it's just like it just looks disgusting. It just looks like it more looks like he got a highlighter and just kind of like highlighted on his arm and just kind of like let it sit for a couple days. So I don't know.
Oh, poor guy, he can't tan to
Yeah.
make his skin darker. He'll
What-
just be red.
What if Sheamus completely changed his gimmick and tanned?
Just like bronzed.
What?
Just
Like-
like the
He'd be
spray.
the bronze,
Yeah,
spray
like the
paint.
spray tan. Yeah,
bronze Irish god.
that would look
turn-
so weird.
Turns his
I'm a
back on his
Democrat.
Irish heritage.
Yeah, right.
I'm the Irish Hercules.
Drops his act. Just starts talking. I can't think of what I'm saying now.
Who's the new JBL,
Yeah, I
essentially.
know. Yes,
Turns
exactly.
his
Yeah.
back on his heritage.
Yes,
and then,
yes. Becomes really rich. It'll be all good. Comes out in limos, with horns on the front. I don't know.
Oh,
he
and
just
that
steals
happened within
JBL's
a
gimmick.
week's time.
What him?
We lost Mexico's greatest import.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
I forgot. Yeah,
yeah.
we didn't talk about that. Yeah.
That was right before our last SmackDown.
Yeah. No more Del Rio. No more Rodriguez.
Yeah, so what do we have now? We have Los Matadores and the
Yeah.
Sin Cara.
Sin Cara.
Yeah.
Yeah. And aren't the Los Matadores, aren't they actually Puerto Rican, but they... Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not offensive. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
The
All
thing
right.
that's never existed in wrestling ever previously once.
That is very true.
Okay, so let's get to the match then. It starts with Jimmy and Ryback. Ryback gets control. Sheamus ends up tagging himself in. And then, it goes on in the attack. And then Ryback tags himself back in to attack Sheamus. RVD, takes out Ryback with an awesome dive off the top rope. Thought it was really cool looking. Impressive for him to do. I mean, we've seen him do way more crazier things, but I feel like he got a lot of elevation on that jump, more than he normally does, or more than other people would.
Are you talking about when he did that, was it the centaur? I forget what they called it. Where it's like he rolled.
No, not the rolling thing. No, when he was on the corner and Joe
Okay.
jumped to the outside of the ring and took Ryback out.
Nice.
And then Sheamus goes for the bro kick on Ryback, but Ryback counters with a power bomb for 2. This match was like all over the place of like everybody just tagging each other in. Jimmy takes out Axel. Sheamus then takes out Ryback. And then Jay flies out of the ring onto Sheamus and Ryback. RVD then tags in on Jimmy to go after Axel. It was the tags of like everyone. It was confusing to watch at first because you're like, okay, who's the legal people here? Like, all right, I'm not sure who's in the match right now. But then Sheamus ends up taking out Ryback again. And then Jay comes in, hits a super kick on Sheamus to knock him out of the ring. RVD and Axel are in the corner. And Jimmy tags Axel as RVD knocks Axel off the top rope. RVD hits the frog splash onto Axel.
Really good one, too.
Yeah. And then as he's, lying in pain from the 5-star, Jimmy then jumps off, hits his splash on RVD to get the pin on RVD. And Axel and Ryback just, couldn't come up with the win. Sheamus was knocked out of the ring. The Usos, go on, keep the tag belts. What'd you guys think?
I thought it was a really good match. I enjoyed a lot of what was going on. Particularly I enjoyed Ryback. I liked the little interplay between him and Sheamus, where I forget. I think it was Ryback had tagged Sheamus out, and Sheamus was like, "What?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Whoa!" And then Ryback's doing something, and then Sheamus gets tagged in, and Ryback's going after him, or Sheamus is going after him, and I'm like, "That's fun." And then just like Ryback with his body language. I mean, yes, strong wrestler, but seeing more, for lack of a better word, character stuff with him, and it was funny. It's like athletic and comedic at the same time. So I was really enjoying that with Ryback. And I also enjoyed how the way that the match was set up, it's like Jimmy and Jay, after the first couple of, interchanges, they're just on the corner.
Yeah, they didn't even make it in the ring.
Exactly. Because it's like shaved. Shaved. Sheamus, RVD. Yeah. They were going up against Ryback, and everybody was just pummeling each other, and I really enjoyed that move that RVD did, his Rolling Centaur?
Rolling Thunder.
Rolling Thunder? Okay.
You got centaurs on the mind.
I don't know why. I think I heard the commentator say centaur, and I was like, okay, I can be on board with calling it that. But no, I just thought it was beautiful and controlled, and the timing of it was wonderful. And then I liked the sneak tags that were going on, where like it was either Jimmy or Jay, that was just like, and yes, that's so smart. You have RVD about to go up and try to do a pin on Curtis Axel. You don't tag RVD, you tag Axel, and then you climb up there and you get your own splash in.
Yeah.
I thought that was fantastic. I already knew that there was no way that title was going to change hands, but I really enjoyed this match. I ended up giving it a 3.75.
Gotcha. Scott, what do you think?
I liked it too. I did think there was a chance of them switching up the title because I knew it was a live show. It's right before the pay-per-view. There's a way of getting that hype up to make that tech division just shake it up. Doesn't mean it would have been the greatest move on earth to remove it there, but it would have made Main Event that much more exciting. So I thought there was a possibility, and the way they had the match, that it really seemed like there were a couple moments that were going to happen, like when RVD hit the frog splash and you don't see the Usos coming in, but right at that last second you see him in camera frame, and then they retain. So yeah, I really dug it. So I gave it a 47 potatoes.
Gotcha. Yeah, I gave it a 4.0 this match. I thought it was really good. I liked all the sneaky tags, coming in and out. I thought if they were gonna have somebody win, it would have been. I would think if they were gonna switch titles, I would think they would change it to Ryback instead of Sheamus and RVD, just because it was just kind of thrown together so fast. But I mean, I like Ryback as a team. I think they should stay together. I'm hoping they don't break them up anytime soon. Sheamus, RVD. I mean, I would see them again just to see what would happen. Like, because even with Slater Gator, Slater Gator was a sensation from the beginning. So I can't, I was hoping I was hoping somebody else would come out at the beginning too, of and make it like a fatal 4-way for the tag belts to make it even harder for the Usos. Like, you're gonna put this on Main Event. They're gonna issue an open challenge. They might as well fight everybody. And then you still have Cody or Stardust and Goldust. There's a lot of teams going around. So I'm hoping maybe after we get past SummerSlam, they can start building up more tag teams and more title matches for the belts. Because as of now, they're not on the card but there has not been a match announced for the pre-show yet, so it could be on there.
I want to see more Stardust.
Yeah, me too.
Stardust.
Yeah. So let's get to our predictions for SummerSlam.
Ooh.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Nice.
Yeah. We had
there
flickering
is-
lights.
8 matches with no pre-show match yet. And I think out of all these matches, they're all really hard to like. There may be one or two that I'm like, okay, I think this person's definitely gonna win. But so let's get to the first match. I have AJ versus Paige for the Divas title. Who do you guys think are gonna win this?
AJ Lee.
Okay. Do you have a reason why?
Uh,
What Marquis is thinking of?
Yeah.
because she's AJ Lee.
Uh-huh.
She skips to the ring.
Yep.
And she's AJ Lee.
But she lost to Eva Marie on Raw.
Yeah, that's because there's mind games being played. She's focused now, all right?
Can they stop doing that finish? Please. Please.
Yeah,
Triple H,
the
are you
Slater
out
finish,
there? The what?
The Slater finish.
No, it's okay with him. But
No, I know.
but,
It's just now been dubbed the
yes.
Slater finish.
Okay, yeah. Stop doing the Slater finish. I'm so sick. I swear on every Raw, there's at least 3 matches now that end with someone being so like, it boggles my mind. It boggles my mind.
It'd be
each
great
week.
to see one play out where like they just don't pay attention to them at all. Like initially they look once and go, and then shrug it off.
That's what
And
I thought that match was gonna
like,
be.
Every time like they try and do something, it's like, oh, they never paid attention. They were so focused on winning, and then like, what do you want? I was working. What do you need?
Yeah, that's what I thought the AJ was going to be because she wasn't paying attention to it at all. And I was like, yes, finally, somebody's going to not pay attention to it.
Yeah, that was so silly.
Yeah. And then, was it on? Did you watch that on Raw? Did you guys see the match?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I was thinking really
Okay,
hard
no, it's
about
okay.
AJ Lee
but
and
yeah,
Paige.
but AJ lost to Eva Marie with a roll up, and the funny
Yeah.
thing was, Eva Marie, they show her, she gets out of the ring and she like blows a kiss to the crowd, and then next thing you know, like 2 minutes later, when AJ after Paige does her promo, we look over and Eva Marie's like on the ground, like holding her neck, like she's hurt, and you're like, but you just got out of the ring and we're like posing like you. I don't know. I mean, it's just one of those like, come on.
It'd even be fun if they switched it up where AJ acts as though she was distracted and then, gets the loss and goes, yeah, it's fine. I just wanted to make you think that she could beat me. She can't. And then she pummels her on the outside.
Yeah, yeah. Which I was glad AJ got at least some revenge of
Yes.
beating up Eva at the end. So, but yeah, I'm gonna see this match is hard because
This is really difficult,
it really could go either way. I say
Because there's been so much build-up.
AJ, and then we still get one more match next month.
Yeah. Well, it's
least
just
to keep it
there's so
going.
much buildup, and Paige is such a heel now, and it would be so gratifying to see like Paige as a heel have the Divas champion also, and then all the storylines that could happen with that. But yeah, I'm gonna go with AJ Lee.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think there's still more for them to do with that, and can have some more underhandedness from Paige. So I'm gonna go with AJ.
Yeah, I think I would like if AJ wins this match, and then we see Paige like diving deeper into being, more of being like, hating AJ,
Going totally Kalisto with
like
it.
really messing with her, and then she gets a title shot. Then she finally, but I think if she wins it at the next pay-per-view, she wins it in a cheating fashion to win, just to at least get it off of AJ, so she could say that she got her title back. But yeah, so all right, we all pick AJ on that one. A lumberjack match: Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose. Who do we think is gonna win this?
Seth Rollins.
Rollins. I'm gonna see.
I know,
There's so many
right?
matches. I'm gonna say Ambrose wins this one, just because of the lumberjacks. So Rollins can't run away. And also, I'm not a big fan of the stipulation of this match, because if you're Dean Ambrose, what's one thing that you would want to fight Seth Rollins for that would just piss him off?
That's what I was thinking.
For the briefcase.
Yes, for the briefcase.
That shouldn't be on the line.
Oh,
It's
come
silly
on.
when that stuff happens.
You don't like that?
No.
I do. See, I think
mean-
that should be treated like a title.
Yeah, talk about
Why would you ever put
popcorn
that
and
up?
Coke and
Because because he got
rub it in his face.
Exactly. Because he got to pick the stipulation. So why wouldn't he say that? My stipulation for this match is that I want to beat you. I want to take that briefcase from you because
like, I want that briefcase.
Yeah, because that's one thing that you're gonna hate me so much more if I take that from you and then I cash that in and win the belt, and then you weren't able to do that. I don't know. It would have been.
I
It
would
would have
love
added so much more to this match. I think.
I'd only love it if, in turn, it's like, yeah, briefcase is on the line, and then he wins the briefcase, opens it up, nothing inside. Like, yeah, you tore up that contract. I put it somewhere else.
See, they seem smart.
Briefcase
See,
is
It's like you just asked for the briefcase. You didn't ask for the contract.
I'm not putting that on the line. It's stupid.
I don't know. I just think, yeah. But it would just add to the whole storyline of the Authority, and like then Triple H being like, you need to win, Rollins. If you don't win, there's gonna be consequences.
There's going to be a
and
lunatic
then I
fringe
wouldn't care if, if Rollins won. I really don't care who wins this match. I think either of them, I like both of them, so it's not a big deal. I don't think to me who wins. I just think it would have added so much more to the match.
Can a DQ happen with this match?
No, not
With a
really. No,
lumberjack one?
because everyone's around. There's like 20 guys around the ring. So if anyone gets out, they just beat them up or throw them back in.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say Ambrose with it.
Okay.
I think enough time has passed. It's time to have some justice.
Yeah, he's got to at least get some kind of payback.
He's got to get something back.
Too bad those lumberjacks are in the Authority's back pocket.
Maybe that's where the nation gets back together. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So the next match, the Miz versus Ziggler for the IC title. Who do you guys think?
Miz.
Miz? Okay.
Miz.
I say Miz too. I really want Ziggler to win, but if you haven't checked out, Ziggler does a really good promo on the app, which I don't get why I don't show on a Raw, but whatever. A really good promo he did from this past week that really, if you watch it, you're like, wow, I really want to watch this match now. It really added to the match. So if you can find that online, I think Ziggler tweeted it out or something too. So check that out. Really adds to it. But yeah, I want Miz, I want Ziggler, but I think Miz is gonna take it. It's too early to take it off him, and you can add this, and you can keep this going too. A lot of these, I think, you're gonna keep going. These feuds are gonna keep going. I don't see them ending. Then next match, a flag match. The Real American Jack Swagger versus Rusev. We still aren't sure about the stipulation or how this match goes. I know what a flag match is, where they have to take the flag off the other side, but then Zeb was saying on Raw about how Rusev's going to tap out to Swagger, so I don't know what's going on, but I say Swagger wins this match.
I do
Yeah, I'm Swagger.
Swagger.
Yeah.
I can picture him like.
Yeah. It's got to be a happy ending to that one, at least. And then we have Bray Wyatt versus Jericho. No Wyatt family are at ringside, so it's just Bray all by himself against Jericho.
No Jericho family either. That's only fair.
Yeah, nope. They're not allowed there either. Who do you guys think?
I say Jericho.
Jericho? Okay.
Bray.
I say Bray too. I think Jericho won last month. Let's maybe see if Bray can get a win finally. I feel like he's kind of not been losing steam a little bit, so he needs to get back up there. And then Orton versus Reigns. This match I feel like there was a lot of build up for it, and then they've been still building it up, but
kind of petered out a little
yeah,
bit.
it's kind of like in the background now. It's not really
Well, the card's stacked.
Well, that too, yeah.
That's why. Even Jericho Wyatt, which normally any time of the year would be amazing, it's stacked with all these other heavily storied, amazing feuds. So
yeah,
it's going to be a shorter match. Then.
Yeah, hopefully they space it out enough and give him enough time. But who do you guys think? Orton or Reigns?
I want it to be Reigns. I really do. But since I chose Ambrose before, I doubt they'd have both of them win. So I'm going to go with Orton on that one.
Gotcha.
Reigns.
I'm going to go with Reigns, but I don't know. Part of me feels that I could see Orton winning just to, I don't know, kind of, even it up. And I feel like Orton's just been losing a lot. He beat Sheamus the other night, but it's just kind of like Orton's losing his momentum too of what are they going to do with him? They can't keep putting him in title matches, so they got to find something to do, at least build him up a little bit. But yeah, so I say Reigns though. And then Marqueia's favorite match of the night, Stephanie versus Brie.
Oh.
Who do you guys think?
Stephanie.
Wow. I'm going to say Brie wins. I think maybe, it's very, I feel like this is almost too predictable. It seems like Brie's going to win just to get her payback. But yeah, I'm going to say Brie on this.
Man, because on the one hand, Bree's been more active in wrestling than Stephanie, but Stephanie is the authority, and it would be so sweet to have Stephanie continue to win. But then Bree needs, Stephanie also needs to come up and so. But I really want Stephanie to win, so I'm going to say Stephanie.
Okay. Then the main event of the night for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. John Cena.
Wait, I changed my mind. Bree.
Okay. John Cena
It's
versus...
going to be Bree.
It's in digital stone now.
Yeah.
Can't change it.
Yeah, I'll change it later.
John Cena versus the Beast, Brock Lesnar. Who do we think is going to win this match?
See, I think this is the divide for me. Like, it's only going to be either Stephanie winning and then Cena. So that's where I'm going with my predictions. I say Cena. Or otherwise it's Brock and Brie. Like, it's not going to be, I feel, two faces winning those co-main events or two heels winning those co-main events. Like, there will be one element of it. It's like, hey, you got that. The other one's going to make you really sad, everybody. We're so sorry. So I say Cena retains.
Really? Wow. I'm surprised.
These are predictions. These aren't
Yeah.
wants. This is going for a title, Tom.
okay.
A title that hasn't been worn since the last pay-per-view because Kaori wasn't able to do SmackDown for a while.
See?
So it's
it's-
been collected
so
with
vacant,
Tom.
yeah.
A non-defending champion.
Yeah, jeez. Ugh. Not good, not good. I say Lesnar. It's going to be interesting if he wins to see how many times he shows up and, all that other kind of stuff. I almost want him to win just to see what they do. Just to, really change up the whole landscape of everything.
I just think in a real world sense, he wouldn't be able to be there to have the championship, and you don't really want another Daniel Bryan situation in your hands. Not saying that he'll be injured, but it's just he'll be unable to go. He's got all his other stuff that he's doing. So I say Cena,
Gotcha.
but
Yeah.
just barely.
I mean, and yeah, it's so hard because I don't know what Lesnar's contract is. Triple H doesn't tell me that kind of stuff, so it's. I asked him. I was like, "So if he wins, does he get more dates?" And he was like, "I can't talk about that." I was like, "Okay, that's fine."
You had to pump him for information at your mimosa brunches.
Yeah, pump Triple H.
So I think with that we will end this main event for the night.
And on that note,
So
Comment below on youtube.com/AfterBuzzTV with your predictions.
Yes.
And to check out Markeia's reaction.
so I almost laughed out loud when you first said it, but you just said it. So Markeia, where can they find you?
you guys can find me on Twitter at Markeia McCarty. That's MarkeiaMcCarty. And also, if you are a fan of live comedy, on the 23rd, Doctor Who Live is in Hollywood at iOS. We are having a premiere party. We're going to do our show at 10, and then we have a cosplay raffle and a premiere party happening at 11.
Awesome.
And that's free.
Awesome. Scott, where can they find you?
You can follow me on Twitter at Curtain Jerks, and you can listen to my comedy wrestling podcast on iTunes and SoundCloud. And in this past month, we've had interviews with Booker T and Bubba Ray Dudley, now Bully Ray. So check those out.
Awesome. And you guys can find me on Twitter at TomTheCom, and we will be at some of this. Scott will be at the Hogan panel Friday.
I'm going to be at the 2K15.
Yeah, the 2K15. I will be at the DX one. And then some of us will be, covering some stuff for AfterBuzz this week. I know we're doing some radio interview kind of things on Friday and a Divas lunch. So check that out. I'm sure it'll be on the AfterBuzz website once we get all that uploaded. And we're going to be at SummerSlam this weekend. So if you guys see us there, we'll be wearing our AfterBuzz shirts. So
We'll be tweeting out.
Exactly, we will be. So if you guys see us, give us a wave, say hello, and
Don't throw things.
No, don't throw things. Just give a wave, a nice wave. So we'll see you guys next week.
From executive producers Markeia Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals. Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.